What would you do if your best friend of 15 years systematically destroyed your reputation and framed you for crimes you didn't commit? Elena found out the hard way that the person she trusted most was her worst enemy. It started with small things going missing from their tight-knit friend group's gatherings, and somehow, Elena always seemed to be the common denominator. Elena had known Vanessa since middle school. They'd been inseparable through every milestone: first heartbreaks, college struggles, career changes. When Vanessa suggested they both join the same recreational book club to make new friends, Elena thought it was perfect. The group was small but close. There was Marcus, a software developer with a generous spirit, and Sophie, an elementary teacher who hosted most gatherings. Within 6 months, they were doing weekly dinners, not just monthly book discussions. Then Sophie's grandmother's bracelet disappeared from her bedroom during a dinner party. Sophie was devastated. It was irreplaceable. She didn't want to accuse anyone, but she quietly mentioned that only the book club members had been upstairs that night. 2 weeks later, Marcus couldn't find the vintage watch his father had given him. He'd left it on the bathroom counter during game night. Again, only the 4 of them had been there. The tension in the group became unbearable. Nobody wanted to say it, but Elena noticed the looks. Vanessa was the one who finally brought it up gently, suggesting maybe they should all be more careful about leaving valuables out. Then came the night that changed everything. Elena's designer purse, a splurge gift to herself, vanished from Vanessa's apartment during their weekly get-together. The irony wasn't lost on anyone, but it felt like confirmation of something darker. Marcus pulled Elena aside the next day. His voice was careful, measured. "Elena, I need to ask you something, and please don't take this the wrong way. Have you been going through some financial difficulties? If you need help, we're here for you." Elena felt like she'd been punched. They thought she was stealing. Her own friends believed she was a thief. When she tried to defend herself, she heard the doubt in Marcus's voice, saw the pity in his eyes. Only Vanessa stood by her publicly. "I can't believe they'd think that about you," she said, hugging Elena tight. "You're the most honest person I know. This is so unfair." Elena cried on her best friend's shoulder, grateful for at least one person who believed in her. But something nagged at Elena, a memory she couldn't quite place. Then it hit her. Vanessa had been the one to suggest Sophie give everyone a house tour. Vanessa had reminded Marcus to wash his hands before eating, sending him to that specific bathroom. Elena started reviewing every incident. Every single theft had occurred at a gathering Vanessa had either hosted or orchestrated. Vanessa had been the one to point out when valuables were missing. And Vanessa always defended Elena just a little too publicly afterward. Here's what you're probably wondering. Why would a best friend of 15 years systematically destroy someone's reputation? Elena was about to find out, and the answer was more twisted than she could have imagined. Elena set up a test. She invited everyone to her apartment for dinner and casually mentioned she'd be getting a promotion at work. A complete lie, but she made it sound impressive. She watched Vanessa's face carefully. For just a second, something flickered there. Something cold. Elena had always been the successful one. Better grades, better jobs, better relationships. She'd never thought Vanessa cared, but now she wondered. Had 15 years of friendship been hiding 15 years of resentment? Elena bought a high-quality hidden camera and installed it in her living room before the next gathering. She made sure to leave her laptop visible on the side table. Expensive, obvious, tempting. During dinner, Elena excused herself to take a work call in her bedroom. She watched on her phone as Vanessa glanced around, then quickly grabbed the laptop and slipped it into her oversized designer bag. 15 seconds, smooth as silk. She'd done this before. Elena's hands shook as she watched. Part of her had hoped she was wrong, but there it was, proof that her best friend was a thief and a liar who'd spent months framing her. Elena didn't confront her that night. Instead, she went back through old texts and social media. She found messages where Vanessa had privately suggested to Marcus and Sophie that Elena might be going through something, planting seeds, building a narrative. The revenge Elena planned wasn't loud or dramatic. It was surgical. She compiled everything: the camera footage, the timeline screenshots of Vanessa's manipulative messages. Then she sent a group email to Marcus and Sophie with all the evidence attached. Within an hour, her phone exploded with messages. Marcus was horrified. Sophie was crying. Both apologized profusely to Elena, but more importantly, they finally saw Vanessa for who she really was. Vanessa tried to deny it, then claimed it was a misunderstanding, then finally admitted to taking the laptop, but swore the other incidents weren't her. Nobody believed her anymore. The trust was shattered beyond repair. Sophie found her grandmother's bracelet listed on a resale website under an account that traced back to Vanessa's email address. Marcus discovered his watch at a local pawn shop, and the description matched exactly. Vanessa had been selling their belongings for months. The final twist? Vanessa had been in credit card debt from maintaining her designer lifestyle, trying to keep up appearances while quietly resenting Elena's stability. She'd decided to fund her image by stealing and simultaneously destroy the friend she envied. Elena never spoke to Vanessa again. Neither did Marcus or Sophie. Word spread through their wider social circle about what had happened. Vanessa's carefully constructed image collapsed overnight, replaced by the truth she'd tried so hard to hide. Elena learned that sometimes the people closest to you can harbor the deepest resentments. The revenge wasn't about getting even. It was about exposing the truth and protecting herself. Today, she's rebuilt her friend group with people who celebrate her success instead of sabotaging it. So here's the question for you. Would you have confronted your best friend immediately, or would you have gathered evidence first, like Elena did? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories of betrayal and revenge.